We are here. What's going on, everybody? What is going on today? It's over. Draft over. Everything is out in the open now. Look, whatever you feel about it, it's a done deal. And we are getting closer and closer now to the obvious. The day of reckoning is here. We're getting close to training camp now. Whatever you don't like about it, it is what it is. I'm sorry. I feel like listening. I'm sorry. I feel like listening. I just like my stuff. Just good stuff. Shout out to Boss Cowboy who hooked me up with this. I'm a jazz man. Y'all gonna hear this the whole time. Just snap your fingers while you listen to it. Snap your fingers while you listen to the show. What's up, everybody? I'm here. It's good to be with you tonight. I'm gonna speak to everybody in a second. Hey, do me a favor. Let's share real quick. And let's talk about the draft tonight. Or what we did. I know everybody, may not be totally pleased, etc. Some people are pleased. You can't please everybody. So we're gonna get to see now. How y'all feel about it tonight? Y'all gonna be shocked what I got to say. While I'm talking, hope you're sharing. If you're on Facebook, use those stars if you want to contribute. Use also use also the super chat if you're on YouTube. Those of you that are on Twitter, hey, what's up? What's up to all of you on Twitter? Appreciate all of you that may be here tonight. Let me put this up so y'all can see, so y'all know that I see y'all comments. See like that, I can see it. So I'm gonna speak to everybody there in a second. Just give me a quick second. I was just thinking of something, and then my yeah, that's what I want to say. Thank you for all of you who peeped in on the DC universe about the draft. We tried our best, man. We did coverage. Trust me when I tell you, we did a lot of work, research, putting things together. But in true DC universe form, once we lock in on something, it's hard for us to get off of it. So you saw a lot of entertainment. You saw a lot of back and forth debates and all that. And we missed out on some of the teams, but most of our people that watched us were Cowboy fans anyway. So the Cowboy debates probably were welcome than talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Nobody don't care about the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't care. I don't care if Travis Hunter is there. I can care less. But the Cowboy fans don't want to hear nothing more than about the Cowboys and maybe teams in our division. That's what we learned once we started talking afterwards and all that type of stuff. NFC, that's really what it could have been about. We can care less about the Tennessee Titans. Come on now. I could care less. So that's even talking about it. So, but I appreciate everybody that popped in, whatever day you popped in on, however long you stayed, however long you watched us. We appreciate everybody that came to support. Obviously, some of your great content creators that are out there. It's rare when you can get a bunch of alpha type people and to combine all their efforts together and make it work. It's difficult. Trust me, it's not for us because we all on each other's shows anyway. But to put all of that talent together, it's incredible. You really did have some of the best in the game. I mean, and then if they weren't in it, some of them were watching. And there's more that didn't even, weren't even on there. I just started thinking about some of the people that are in the DC universe. We were just a draft coverage team. Trust me, you get the angry Cowboy fan, you get sports junkie in the building. I mean, it would have been the same thing. It's just that this year we did it that way. Law was out, obviously. He made phone calls in. The great OC was in the building. Rome showed up, the great Rome. Vach Lombardi even peeped in on us, and we know how great Vach is doing. So it was just like the Avengers. When Captain America seemed like he was by himself, and he looked over his shoulder, and here come the whole universe. And oh man, I see he just popped in. Man, look, everybody put a hand clap emoji in there now for Keystone Cowboy and Stargazer. Listen, they were outstanding. Keystone and Star just, hey, that's what you call MVP work. Most people know about the first and second round type draft picks, but Keystone and Star really gave you the real in depth of people that you didn't even think about, but they do, because that's what they do well. So my brother Keystone is in here right now, and everybody, and Star, who was the only female on there, but there's more females in DC Universe. Craven Cowboys. Oh my God, it's just loaded, man. I'm serious. This crew is loaded. As Boss said, we probably won't do nothing that extravagant. Appreciate you, Al. We won't have probably do this again for a while until maybe when the season time. Other than that, we'll all try to get together, combine shows and all that. And I should have did that now. Let me see if I can get some of the brothers in here. At least for that. I ain't talking about I don't know. I might just put the link on here. I might just see that. Hold on just a second. Let me just see. See if I get the brothers to come in here and say hello. Hey, y'all share, man. I see everybody. Everybody hit that like button for me while you coming in. Everybody hit that like button. If you ain't done it, smash it about 20 times. As for everybody, this is what gets the shows, all of our shows, in faces that we, usually wouldn't be in. It would be nice if you guys would do that to help your brothers out. Next year when we do this show, there'll be more people. I may not be on there next year, who knows? But one thing about it, man, look, I'm telling you, that Lou, my brother Lou, who's just exploding in the content creator game. He is outstanding. Great film guy. Everybody got different roles. Lou is incredible in as far as that goes, and his analysis. If he puts his stamp on people, man, look, you can take it to the bank. Keystone puts his stamp on people, man. Let me tell you something. You can rock with it. You can rock with it, and they were on target, man. These are some outstanding content creators that I think, hey, I was just glad to be a part of it. Let me see. I'm trying to put this stuff in here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So I did that. Yeah, Lou the truth, man. Let me speak to everybody. I'm sorry. I see the great Coach Marv is slipped up in here. The great Coach Marv is in the building. I don't know why Coach Marv ain't got his own show by now. Everybody would go see him. I mean, everybody know him. I mean, Coach Marv just, Coach Marv would shut it down, to be honest with you. But I'd be scared of him myself. T Smooth, what's up? Metris, D Block, yes sir. Al Logan, what's going on? Spooky Spies from Washington State. Hello, Spooky. I don't know you, but welcome to the show. I hope you give me the chance to earn your subscription. If you're on YouTube, I hope you do that and follow the show. Turn on those draft live notifications so you can catch me. My brother Chris Neal in the building. I've already spoken to Keystone. Who is this? Foxtradamus. How you doing? Coach Marv. Again, Gerald, my cousin, is in the building. Keystone, you ain't subscribed to me? Oh, you just follow me on Facebook. You usually watch me on Facebook, don't you? Keystone, I thought you had all. Oh, I know why. Oh, I got it, Keystone. You trying to be slick. Keystone done started a YouTube channel. Am I right? Keystone, you trying to be slick. Everybody in here should go follow Keystone Cowboys YouTube page. I think we got to him. I think he gonna probably start doing his podcasting now. Everybody love Keystone Cowboy. He'll come in on fire. Yeah, Keystone, you slick. Well, I'm proud of you, man. It look like we talked you finally into it. I'm happy. I'm gonna be subscribing to your channel. How about that? Because I need to learn. See, Keystone way knowledgeable than I am as far as players goes and all that. See, I'm not ashamed, y'all. I don't know it all. I yield to people like Lou and Keystone and Henny. These guys do way more in-depth stuff. I ain't got time for all that. I got too much going on. It don't seem to be lying. If I had the time, I'd be just as potent. But I don't have the time to do. I got a lot of stuff going on. But these guys are incredible. Let's talk about the draft. All right, that's why y'all came here for in the first place. Here we go. I slept on it. Listen to me and listen to me good. You can disagree, of course, on my show. I don't say my way is the only way. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, before I say it, I need everybody that's in here. I need everybody in here to give me your draft grade. Give me your draft grade. Put it in there. I just want to see if the vibe. Cause see if y'all do what some of y'all do what I think you're gonna do. then y'all will understand what I'm saying or what I'm getting ready to say in a minute. Type it in. Give me your draft grade. Draft is over. I don't want to include in the UDAs. I'm not even talking about them. I'm just talking about rounds 1 through 7. I want to know what your draft grade is. Type that in for me. I want to see. Chris Neal, B+. Mary Nelson. Y'all share all this if you can, please. Aaron Lewis, a B. Maya Nelson. I hope I pronounced your name right. Maya Nelson, B. Type it in. Frostradamus, B. Metris, A-. First A I done seen. B-. Okay. Okay, keep typing. We got a few people in here. I just want to know. Nobody's wrong. It's your draft grade. So I'm not coming against it unless it's one of these haters that come in here. They say, well, the Cowboys get an F. Man, please, we don't even want to talk to you. Not tonight. Jason, A-. We hit all our needs except wide receiver. Very interesting comment by my buddy Jason here. My cousin Gerald says A-. So I see 3 A's and about 4 B's. Come on, y'all share this. Any content creators in here, I just want to shout y'all out. If you're part of DC University and you're watching, I want to shout you out for the amazing job we did. More like that good draft, Dallas Cowboys. I give them an A+. More did it. And I don't know who you are, More, but I can tell by the way that you just said that. I don't even think you're a Cowboy fan, the way you just said that. And you still gave us an A+. Correct me if I'm wrong, More Diddy. More Diddy. I guess I pronounced that right. If you're not a Cowboy fan, I appreciate that because you just being an objective NFL fan. I appreciate that. Before I move on, let me. Because I'm gonna tell you what I think. I slept on it now. I'm waiting for y'all. I'm waiting for you. Come on, type it in. Coach Marv, you still in here? What is your draft grade? I think everybody be interested to know what you say. Keystone Cowboy, did you type yours in? I think everybody. Lou, you still in here? Lou, if you in here, if you still here, type in your draft grade. I just want to see because I didn't get a chance to ask you. Coach Marv, Keystone. Oh, I'm sorry, More did. He's been a Cowboy fan for over 50 plus years. Salute. Salute to you, brother. You got seniority. Much deference to you. Much deference. You're a fan. Think we drafted what we needed. Chris Neal says not pretty but good. JRB gives us an A-. I'm starting to see a lot of A's in here than B's now. Let me go and get to what I think, and then we'll talk about some things. All right. I slept on it. K-Tron, I see you. B+. That's good. I'm going to give Eddie Moore. Oh, okay, I got you. Eddie Moore. You just wrote it different. Okay, Mr. Eddie. I got you. I'm sorry about that. Eddie Moore. I see the spaces in. Yes, sir. Mr. Eddie Moore. Sorry about that. Got it now. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for popping in on me. I don't know if you ever been on the show, but I would appreciate if you follow me. If you can. If you're not following me, I would appreciate it if you give me a chance, and then we can talk about some more. There Coach Marv is. He said A for football culture, D for fantasy football viewers. The one and only Coach Marv. Coach Marv, you and I, for some crazy reason, always end up on the same page. Because that's the kind of direction I was going. Let me tell y'all something. I slept on it. At first, I was giving them a B-, but after sleeping on it and looking at what they did and listening to what they have said and previously things that they have said, I'm going to give them an A-. And here's the reason why. Don't worry about the positions and names. One thing so far about this offseason, with the insertion of Coach Schottenheimer. They haven't lied to us, y'all. They haven't. Now, you may not like it, but they have not lied to us. In particular, the one spot that I'm talking about is wide receiver. All right. A lot of everybody predicted, ESPN predicted, and the fan base said the same thing when Cooper Kupp was out. You heard that Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb both reached out to Cooper Kupp because they wanted him obviously on the team. So automatically, even before that, we were saying that it's a need for wide receiver too. But what did the Cowboys tell us the whole time? Didn't start now. It started last year. They said, and they've been saying it, and they've been consistent. Y'all just thought it was a lie. They didn't change. They said Jonathan Mingo was the guy. That's all they said. That's what they said. In fairness to Mingo, he did not play with Dak Prescott. We don't know what Mingo is. We don't know. He may not be the man. And again, he very well could be, a better version of Brandon Cooks. We don't know. We saw Mingo saw him slightly with Cooper Rush, and really he just came in late part, really didn't know things, trying to get some stability to what he's doing. Kind of unfair to evaluate him. That's what I'm saying. And if you move your feelings out of the way, you don't have no choice but to say the same thing. We don't know what Mingo is, but the Dallas Cowboys evidently know exactly who he is, because they did not attack the wide receiver position at all. I know what they got, in UDAs and all. They didn't do it. For instance, a lot of us were talking about Isaiah Bond there in the last portion of it, and he was sitting right there. Man, they ain't thinking about no wide receiver. They let Bond go. They, a lot of us calling out different names. I think Noel was there. Exactly. Yeah. Appreciate you, Fox Adamas. And it was a hard pill to swallow because, a lot of us did work on our boards, the person. But what you found out about our board, it don't match the Dallas Cowboy board. And maybe that's what's so frustrating to some of you. And their board don't supposed to look like our board. They got way more depth knowledge about these guys than what we do. They got their eyes on them. They done talk to people we would never think about. They know these guys. They got more film than we do. They don't have anything. I see you, Willie T. Gives us a D-. Now, I'm not even gonna come against you. That's what it is. So when I hear Jason, that's why I left it up there. His comment there on the screen. They didn't feel like it was a need. Obviously, they got wide receivers in UDAs. Undrafted free agents. They went and got a couple. They did. Ain't nothing you gonna shout about or whatever. But they made this thing clear a long time ago, dude. We just refused to believe it, which led to a lot of y'all's frustration. They've already told us. Jared Jones been saying it ever since he traded for Mingo. That is our 4th round pick. He said it yesterday. He said it. He has not changed his story. Stephen Jones has not changed his story. Those have been the main two. They said that the 4th round pick was Jonathan Mingo. I applaud them for at least keeping a consistent message. And the way they drafted y'all, it is the truth. They obviously believe in Tolbert and Mingo. Whichever way you want to make that depth chart. They believe in them. And guess what? We better get with it too. Because that's the way it's going to be until maybe training camp starts, unless they see something and they say, okay, we got to change this stuff. we got to change this. You know, kind of like when Amari Cooper came here in the trade, and you know, in the first part of the season and stuff like that. Other than that, man, they rolling, and could they weren't thinking of nothing about Matthew Golden. He was there. Y'all got excited because Matthew Golden had a picture with Jerry Jones, and Jerry Jones took a picture of a whole lot of them kids that came on 30 Visit. Y'all got so excited. I said, he got to be the guy. Ted McMillan may have been the guy, but obviously, as we said on my show and other shows, there's no way in the world that kid is going to last to 12. It's just no way. So then as soon as Ted went down, everybody started saying, well, it got to be Matthew Golden. It got to be. It got to be. Man, the Cowboys had their eyes on Booker before they had Matthew Golden. It's just the truth. I know we don't like it, but again, we'll never know. But how much y'all want to bet that Booker was probably higher on their board than Matthew Golden? Seriously. Other than the obvious guys who we knew were not going to be there, I guarantee you Tyler Booker was high on their draft. Now, let me say this, and this is where Coach Marv's comment comes into play. And I agree and stand with Coach Marv 1,000%. Again, they didn't lie. Coach Schottenheimer told us before he hired his staff, before he brought Clayton Adams in, before Eberflus came in, before all the additional coaches came in, Coach Schottenheimer said, we're going to be physical. Didn't he say that, y'all? And in order to be physical, you got to draft physical. Y'all understand? Look. Will it work? Will this equal to 12, 13 wins? I don't know. But one thing he did do in his first draft, he went out and got some physical dogs. That's why I'm excited. Hey, it may not equal up to 12 wins. It may not be good enough to beat Philadelphia. It might not be good enough to beat Washington. It might not. But you got to establish the culture that you want in order to get to that level. Again, we might go ahead and knock out Philly, knock their goddamn teeth out. We might punish Washington. I don't know. But one thing I do know what he did by the way he drafted. See, Golden is sexy. Golden would have been a sexy pick. Man, Schottenheimer said, man, I don't care nothing about no wide receiver and divas, and I don't care nothing about that. Go give me a guy to eat 30 pancakes. Go give me a guy to eat 30 pancakes, 2 slab of ribs. Somebody gonna put his hand in the dirt in Booker. Somebody gonna knock a man 5 yards off the ball, and some guy that's gonna get on TV before he even take a snap and say, look, I'm looking to take the life out of people. I'm trying to make them not like football no more. Y'all heard what Booker said. Man ain't even took a snap. Man ain't even had a practice yet. He's a rookie. And he coming in putting a X on his back soon as he walked in. Man, I'm trying to take the life out of you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's called culture. That's what it's called. That's Schottenheimer told us. He told us this. Then you bring in Clayton Adams, the offensive coordinator, who was the offensive line coach at Arizona. I ain't got to say nothing about him. Y'all know what he did. No, they didn't. Arizona ain't no factor in the playoffs and all that, but they was in the top 5 in rushing. Hello. Schottenheimer, when you go back and look at his pedigree in coaching, it's no secret. He ran the ball. Clayton Adams run the football. And so if that's what you do, You go get players that fit your mentality and your system. So, Tyler Booker, first round pick, home run pick, Doc. I care what y'all say. Forget Matthew Golden. I mean, I would have been happy if we would have got him, but forget him. Forget him. Man, they said, look, I ain't trying to line up in shotgun all day. I'm sorry. I might line up in pistol. I might line up in the pistol formation, but I'm going to have the option of running the ball. I'm trying to knock people's head off. I'm putting words in the mouth. I'm just translating, just looking at these draft picks and all that. We are trying, we changing the mentality and the physicality of the football team. CD, you might not have 100 catches this year. Sorry. Ferguson, you might have to block a little more. Sorry. We ain't finessing nothing. Schottenheimer is so smooth how he can talk to the media, and he's nice. But behind closed doors, Schottenheimer is probably talking like this. Man, we're trying to annihilate people. We're trying to knock people's teeth out of their mouth. We're trying to play. Look, ain't no finesse. We straight up violent. That's what we here for. We violent. This is what he's doing. This is what he said. He said in a PG form in front of the cameras. We want to be physical. We want to, establish the line of scrimmage. And we want to, move people around. What do you think he's saying when the microphone ain't there? I wish I could cuss right now, but y'all know I'm an assistant pastor. But y'all, I don't put it in the chat. I don't need y'all to cuss for me. Thank you. Don't worry about it. We're trying to keep my show online. See what I'm saying? And behind closed doors, Schottenheimer saying, man, I'm about to mess up some folks. That's what he's saying. Physical. You want to know why, y'all, among other reasons why? Because he was on the squad. See, this is the difference. You want to know why we got blowed out by Green Bay? Angie, the MVP. I'm going to call Angie the MVP. If y'all saw Angie, man, Angie, salute to you. You were awesome in the show. You know why. Angie was giving our people, putting our channels in where people can subscribe right then, and all that type of stuff. Angie was just outstanding. I almost want to call her the co-producer for everybody. She follows all of us, and salute to you, Angie. Y'all salute my buddy Angie in here. Angie is special. She was outstanding. Y'all, I'm serious. Y'all put that in. If y'all watch the draft show, you saw Angie in there. Y'all hold on just a second. My wife is calling, so I can't let y'all hit it. Hold Thank you. I'm sorry for that. All right. Angie, you're special. Thank you so much. Now, let's go back. Since you done figured out since the draft is over, since it's established now that it's obvious they didn't lie to us, physical is the thing, being physical. And on both sides of the ball, Jay Bryant, Robert King, what's up, brothers? Appreciate y'all popping in. Since that's established, now look at the draft. Now it makes sense. First pick, Tyler Booker. I ain't got to explain nothing to y'all about Tyler Booker. If y'all don't think Tyler Booker was a home run pick, something's wrong with you. I'm just going to tell you that. Tyler Booker, according to what they're trying to do, he is a perfect pick. Physical, dominant, mean, nasty. tell you he trying to take the life out of you. Y'all heard the interview. Y'all saw it. Ain't that what you want? Isn't that what you want? Now we will see if he's what everybody thinking that he is. I'm saying we potentially check it out. What's up, Holly? Everybody, listen. Who's that? Squiddle? Whoever. I appreciate you. Look, I don't know. He ain't taking a thing yet. But if this dude is what we thinking we are, we got our guard, barring injury for the next 10 years. I got to see how he work in the NFL before I put what I really want to put on him, but I got to see it first. See, I'm thinking right from the jump that I'm thinking this dude is going to be all pro within his first 2 years. I ain't say Pro Bowl. I say it all pro. I got to see it, but I got high expectations for him. I really do. And no, he's not Zach Martin yet. He got to put some gas in the car before we find that out. You got to put in some work before we put that on him. But I can see dominance on him. I can see it. We got a long way to go before that happen, but we got to see it first before we really, give the description. I think he's gonna be incredible. Me. All right, what's up, Night Owl Cowboy? What's going on, man? I see you. Man, I appreciate everybody popping in. Hey, y'all guys, share it out again. Hit that like button, everybody. Look, if everybody hit that like button, at least with all these people in here, if you hit this like button at least 10 times, I ain't gonna say 20, but if everybody hit this like button 10 times, that's over 580 likes. Like, it ain't gonna take you but 3 seconds. I just smashed my thumb. See, I ain't asking for the Cash App and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you, ain't gonna cost you nothing. Hit that. Do this 10 times, smash it. Double tap your screen if you're on YouTube. Facebook, just tap it like that. That's all I want. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, thank you. Now, since we know physicality is the mantra here. Now look at round 2 pick. Donovan, I'm gonna have to work on his last name. Yes, you can. You just smash it. If you're on YouTube, double tap your screen, Chris. You'll see the like button. Just double tap your screen. Donovan, let me try it one time. Ezilaruka. Edge. Boston College. Appreciate you, Scott. Daryl, what's up, man? Man, look at all my family coming in. The Big Time Show family is in the building, man. Thank y'all. Tommy. We already talked. You just coming in. Man, I appreciate you, Scott. Tommy, what's up, man? Donovan Ezilaruka. I know y'all saw the film. Do I even have to say anything? Okay, I said another home run pick. Another home run pick. So, I need you to think big picture. And I know what some of y'all gonna say, and I'll address that in a second. Sam Williams is coming back. Super fast. Donovan, of course, Michael Parsons, super fast. Donovan, super fast. Can play the edge. Dante Fowler. I don't have to explain nothing to you. You know what he does. Y'all see that, right? Come on now. Osi in the middle. Come on. Mozzie, I don't know. Appreciate you, Demetrius. Thank you so much. One of the members who subscribed to that. If you're on YouTube, you want to become a member of the show, since you just put that there, you can subscribe. All you do is whatever you want to pay me a month to come out your card, whatever you're a member of the Big Time Show. I'll put you on my special chat group and all that type of stuff. We'll talk there. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for reminding me that. Some of y'all need to join the Big Time Show. For real. Group. Okay, anyway. Notice the speed that's forming up here. Get the big picture, y'all. I know y'all gonna complain about the DTs, but we really start hitting the DTs in undrafted free agency. So I don't want to get too hype about that because we got to get to 90 people on the roster. So some of these people are camp bodies. Some of these folks gonna get cut. Some of them not gonna even make the team. So let's just be realistic about that. So I'm not gonna really get too high off that. The kid from UCLA that we drafted, Jay Tola, defensive tackle from UCLA, love the pick. And I think he got a good shot. Good shot to make the team. But notice the outside. Guess what's finna happen? When I just called out, let me do it again. Sam Williams, Dante Fowler, this kid that we picked up from Boston College, Micah Parsons. Oh, don't even forget about good old Overshown. Okay, don't forget about him. He ain't back yet, but please keep that in mind. We finna come out of the quarterback, man. There's no other way. There's no other way to think about it. Eberflus, remember Eberflus's style. He does not blitz a lot. He depends on the front four causing major damage and pressure. Remember that. So if you're gonna play that way, you got to go get some home run guys on your defensive line. Y'all seeing the bigger picture now? Eberflus don't like the blitz. Eberflus like to do what real good defenses do. Rush 4, drop 7. Did he accomplish it? We ain't gonna know until, of course, season start. I mean, we ain't gonna know that. But I like what they did as far as the draft goes. I like what I'm seeing from a technical. You can see what they're trying to do. You can see it. I love it. Now, of course, y'all gonna say, and I've said the same thing over the years, okay, once again, we done loaded up on edge, but what about the middle? Okay? Don't forget, thank you, Daniel. Daniel, man, you must be in, I ain't even got notes here, but you in my head. Right there. I'm not banking on him to be an all-pro. But remember, we signed him. See, the middle has been addressed. You just hope it stands up. The middle has been addressed. They re-signed Olsen. Mozzie's coming off another year. You figure he'll be better. They got Solomon Thomas. They went and got this kid from UCLA. I mean, everybody can't be an all-pro. Sometimes you just need some good, solid, physical, nasty, big ribeye steak, hungry jack biscuit eating guys. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody can't be all-pro. Everybody can't be all-pro. Sometimes you need some real solid guys that's going to get the job done. Tommy says, do you think we should have drafted Sanders? No. Shedeur Sanders is another whole show by itself. And those are the kind of, and that show, at least with a person like me, that will potentially get my channel canceled. I just leave it at that. I just leave it at that when it comes to Shedeur. So I ain't really worried about Shedeur. He ain't no cowboy, so I ain't worried about that. Let's get back to the draft. All right. One of these days, I'm going to shock y'all, though. Because all y'all think I know to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. I'm very multi-versed. I can do a whole show on Shedeur Sanders' part. I can. Please don't tempt me. Okay. Jay Bryan says this. Yeah, I'm keeping my show on here, Doc. I don't work too hard. Got my show, channel, monetized. I ain't finna kill it right now. But trust me, I ain't scared. Now, everybody know me, know I ain't scared. I will go there. I'm gonna leave that alone because he's not a Cowboy. Jay says, watch the interview with Aaron Whitecotton, the D-line coach. He was already familiar with Mozzie. They have a plan for him. Well, if Mozzie just improves and keep improving, that's an asset, right? That's an asset. So I want that to happen. I want it to happen. And it will help. It will help. But here it is, listen, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to see the big picture. So based on what I'm saying now, I think y'all see where I'm going with my draft grade. I would say about an A-, because I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to establish physicality. They're trying to establish dogism, if that's a word. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Dogs. They want a doggish team. All these little finesse players on the team, you either gonna have to ship up or ship out. Because you either gonna become a part of it or you gonna get ran over. Physical mentality, physical ball players. We about to go hit people in the mouth. That's what I'm getting out of it. Now, here's the problem. Here's one problem I had in the draft, and you may not consider the problem, and it's really not a problem. It's just that I still am saying when the Cowboys had a chance to really make the first 3 rounds, because if you've been on my show, I've been saying they got to hit home runs for the first 3 rounds. You got 3 picks, you got to hit a home run. I ain't talking about one that barely go over the fence. I'm talking about one of them Barry Bonds-like shots, 460 feet and that type of stuff. They had a chance in the 3rd round, and instead of picking what I thought they should have done, I thought they should have picked up Caleb Johnson in the 3rd round. He was sitting there. All you had to do was choose him. Running back from Iowa, big running back, physical guy, can catch the ball with speed. I thought we should have got Caleb Johnson there. Instead, we picked up cornerback, Siobhan. Hey, Terry, what's up, man? We picked up Siobhan Reevil, cornerback from East Carolina, who's coming off an ACL injury. When I first heard that, and I already knew about him because I had looked at him, and make no mistake about it, everybody, I want you to know the kid before his injury had a 1st round grade on him. I mean, we got him in the 3rd, so that's value. It's not a raggedy pick at all. Let me make that very clear. I just thought that since you got a Booker, you would have topped that thing off beautifully with Caleb Johnson, the running back from Iowa. Pittsburgh came right behind us and took him. And that would have been more of a message. Like, we finna come out to y'all. We finna run this ball down y'all throat now. And they still gonna do it anyway. I just thought that really would have done it. Now, when you look at his film, you're gonna be impressed. Long arms, he's fast, and he's a hitter. The only thing that's wrong with Siobhan Reevil as of now is only one thing. He just had ACL surgery. That's it, in September. That's it. He is not going to be your starter, at least this way. But I had to start thinking. I need y'all to come in. Now, if it's any time to share, I'm gonna clip this part of what I'm getting ready to say. And mark my words, this comes into play. See, with the Jones family, what they have also proven is that you can't think of everything in the now moment. With the Jones family, they're thinking 2-3 years. They've shown us that. And so my mind started thinking, I said, okay, Sharon Reaver, I like the pick. I like the player. I seen what he can do. The only issue is he just had an ACL, and they're already saying that he'll be ready to go for training camp, and I don't know about that. But they say he'll be ready to go for the training camp coming up in July. He'll say he'll be ready in July. I don't quite trust that, but it shouldn't be a rush on him. Big picture, y'all. Think about the big picture. Here we go. Mark this down. You may hear this first right now. Okay, thank you. You got Diggs. We don't know when he's coming back. All right, that's Diggs. But you don't really need to be looking at Diggs. You know what you need to be looking at? The other side. Mr. Bland. Bland is getting ready to come into his money. And when you look at Bland's resume, it's a real good one. An All-Pro and Pro Bowler. He's playing on his rookie deal. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not, Mr. Bland has outplayed his contract. Bland is going to demand some real money. What if the Cowboys don't want to pay him? I think they'll, some of y'all saying Diggs last year. Either way it go, you got your replacement. Right? Right? I don't trust Stephen Jones, Ty Church. I believe it when I see it. I know he say he want to pay him, but he ain't coming cheap. Mr. Bland is going to cost you. He's earned that. So let's go and get this out here now. Bland is going to want big time money. He's going to be one of the top paid corners in the game. He's going to get it. That's Diggs. As far as that's Bland. As far as Diggs go, if they decide to get off Diggs, whatever the case may be, they took care of it with 2 signings. Remember, they got Elam. Elam was a first-round cornerback. And now you just draft this kid. Okay? And then they just brought in Stephon Gilmore a couple days ago. Okay? He ain't signed yet, but if he does sign, it just makes it even better. Terry's, thanks for the $2 super chat. He says Diggs gone June the 2nd. If Diggs is gone, look at what they've done. They went and got Elam. Now they go get Siobhan, cornerback from East Carolina. They're covering their tracks. Somebody say, well, he ain't gonna play this year. He may have not played a lot this year. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's gonna get on the field, but we're not depending on him to be a starting guy right now. You loading up the clip, Doc. You loading up the clip right now. I like it. If you're getting rid of Diggs, you doing pretty good. If you're going to pay Bland, you go get the other side. You may have gotten that in Siobhan Rivell. I love it. So off that, could that be considered a home run pick? Not like round 1 and 2, but it very well may be a home run pick, but you may not see that until later down the road. Awesome pick. So forget, if I had to do it over again, I still would have picked Caleb Johnson. I would have. But I understand why they picked Siobhan Rivell. I like the pick. So far, I got A's, first 3 rounds. Then we snuck over there in the 5th round and got Jordan Blue, running back, Texas. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to be honest with you. We all know that the running back class was thick. We all knew that. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. Whenever you can get a running back like Jaden Blue in the 5th round, I don't care what he got. I want to talk about he got fumbling issues. Look, that's coaching. That's coaching. That can be fixed. Get past the fumbling part. Okay, now what you got? You got a great running back. a home run hitter, one that can hit his head on the goalpost or any spot on the field. Speed out of this world. We're going to be a running back by committee anyway. Hello. We ain't looking for him to be the bell cow. You looking for him to be a difference maker. He ain't no gadget guy. He ain't none of all that. He ain't that. He's a home run hitter. He can run the ball inside. He can run the ball outside. He is a physical running back. Remember, they got Booker, Jordan Blue, physical. Y'all ain't hearing me. Great pick. Great pick. Fired up about it. Shamar James. Y'all don't know too much about him, but I do. Let me just tell y'all, 5th round pick. Shamar James will knock your teeth down your throat. And then last time I checked, when you say linebacker, don't you want physicality? Right? Don't you want somebody that's going to punish people? I thought that's what I thought that's what you're supposed to have. I'm sorry, that's what he is. I mean, is he Ray Lewis? No. But let me give you the big picture. Think about it. You get a Shamar James with a Mars Luafau and a Demarion Overshown, and those are your and the kid that we just got from Tennessee, to Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, you got some headhunters. I played linebacker. I played outside linebacker. Look, when you play linebacker, it's about knocking people's teeth down. I'm sorry. That's where I came from. Find the ball, attack the runner. If you get a shot of somebody trying to get a slant on you, you meet them at the point of attack, and you let them know not to come back here no more, because I'm going to hit you. I'm sorry, I can't speak. I don't know about these powder puff, glazed donut linebackers that we play with now. This is where I come from. I'm come from the Ray Lewis school. That's what I associate with. We got some headhunters, and if you don't believe me, please go watch Shamar James tape. Please. You went and got a killer. Remember what Sean Hyman said, physicality. I'm trying to tell y'all, they ain't lied to us. And the draft is showing what they did. Now, here's the thing. 6th round pick. And so when we get those first 5 names that I just called, I believe those 5 will automatically make the team. There's one more that I think got a real good shot, but we just got to see, and then of course, you're praying to God some of these guys don't get injured, but injuries are coming. It's gonna happen. We know that. I'm just hoping some of these guys who I think that can make an immediate impact or become a contributor to the team will have the chance to play, hopefully escape injury. This Johnny Cornelius, the offensive tackle from Oregon. I don't know where he will be. I'm not saying he's not raggedy. I'm not too familiar with him. I haven't really watched anything on him, but he was a starter, big kid. But we got a 1 million linemen. You know what I'm saying? We got 1 million linemen. So when you get to the 6th round, we talking possible last lineman on the field. We talking possible practice squad guy. When you got all these linemen, a lot of them are already settled. They've been on the team. This guy can come in and work and maybe take somebody's spot, but I don't know. So I don't want to speak too much of him because I really don't know too much about him. Thank you. Thank you for seeing my people know. He says he plays the whole O-line. Well, that's what the Cowboys love, flex, right? I've heard that name a million times. So if he's a flex guy, can play every position, I change my story just that quick. I don't know about him, but Ty Church obviously does. Guess what? Okay, thank you, Ty Church. Thank you. Everybody read Ty Church comments. Like I said, I don't know too much about him. So there you go. I don't know much about him. There you go. You say he played the whole line. He really had a 4th round grade on him. That's what you call an asset. That's an asset. And so you have that. He might change it. He might make the team now. That's too valuable. So I changed that. If that's what it is, now I understand why they picked him. I understand why they picked him. Lee Harrison, I see you, brother. Thanks for popping in on me. I need everybody to hit that like button for me again. 10. Everybody just give me 10. Everybody hit it. Everybody hit it for me real quick. It ain't gonna take you but 3 seconds to do 10. Everybody help your boy out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those that are doing it. Thank you. I love, even though he's 7th round, the next 2 picks, I'm not familiar. I'll go from the bottom up. The last pick, Tommy, I can't pronounce it, but he's a defensive tackle from Maryland. I don't know too much about him. When we start talking 7th round, you really got to be special to make the team, especially when things are already kind of set somewhat. So I don't know much about him. However, I do love the 2 picks. Jay Toller, the defensive tackle from UCLA, big, strong kid. I mean, real strong. Extremely strong. I think he got a shot at making the team. If you've seen this film, you see how he don't lose his ground. You see how he sling folks. You see what I'm saying? If you look at his film, you'll see all this, and that's very impressive. Phil Maffa, another physical running back. That punishes people and has a little burst. Now, is he going to climb over Javonte Williams? Is he going to climb over Blue? Is he going to climb over, everybody talk about Miles Sanders. I don't know. I don't know if Miles, I'm going to be honest with y'all. See, I'm anticipating Deuce to get cut, and I'm not sure about Miles Sanders. I don't know if he's going to make his team or not. I know he's a vet. I understand he's, done seen everything, but he's not the same Miles Sanders. And you obviously have just gotten younger. Because I'm still wondering, you're not cutting Hunter Lemke. You shouldn't, at least. Yes, Ty Church, I think that Jay Toller is better. Better than Justin Rogers, if that's what you were asking. I don't know if Miles Sanders is going to make the team. I think he's battling for a spot. I really do. I don't think he's... I know everybody's excited. Yeah, and I think Marfa and Blue, I think they're automatic. So if they're... I know Blue is. If Blue is automatic on his team, Javonte Williams, I feel like is automatic. Then somebody got to get cut, or somebody got to go to the practice squad. Somebody in this running back crew has got to go. I think Deuce is not going to make it. Joe Milton is going to Joe Milton or Will Greer will be Dax Bagger. Pick your choice. Joe Milton or that's where the battle is going to be. One of the battles coming up. But I hope I answered your question on that. But anyway, somebody from the running back room is going to get cut. We got too many. Somebody ain't going to make it. Exactly, Demetrius. And he's physical. You see what he said about Phil Maffa? Run a 4.4 40, and he's also physical. So you see what's going on. Appreciate your comment, JG. JG says Dallas, shut up, he told me. Wow. JG told me to shut up. Dallas sucks. You guys ain't gonna ever gonna win. First of all, JG, we're pretty much older people. We don't understand. See, since you came on here, let me go and entertain you real quick. See, when you got older people on here, man, you gonna have to say what it really is. You can't say shut up. I recognize that one. You can't say shut up and spell it SHUDDUP. We used to SHUT, pause there in a space and then up. We don't. I know he is. I'm finna troll him though. Yeah, I appreciate you, JD. See now you coming back. See, I'm just about to unleash on you slightly in a very smooth way. But since you just said that, I even take this. No, you ain't know. I got it. You know, he just said this right here. See, he came right. See how quick he learned? He said, I'm joking. They need to get rid of that. At least now you put it in terms where we can read it. You understand? So I appreciate you. And I say you just trolling. Welcome to the show, JG. I ain't going to do you now. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for popping in. You're welcome to the show. We accept all trolls and all that. Till you get disrespectful, then I'll go and get rid of you. And no, I ain't going to get them. I like all these people. I want them to subscribe to the show, man. I don't mind. I'm a big boy. I can take all this. See that see now. Let's see how quick. See if I'd have got rid of them like y'all said, we wouldn't have got this. Look how JG fell in. You know he ain't no Cowboy fan, but look how he fell in. Watch this. He said, all right, I think Dallas needs to get rid of that. Their D is solid. They need another true wide receiver next season. See, I can deal with that. Because a lot of Cowboy fans think the same thing he said. See what I'm saying? See how quick he fell in line? JG, you my guy. You welcome to the show with your trolling self. You welcome to stay. I love it. You have a seat reserved for you with the Big Time Show. Welcome, brother. Welcome. I ain't gonna get him, Robert King. I like JG. I need that in my life. And look, he come back and said and run back Pollard was good. See, he ain't no Cowboy fan, but he just say, let him stay in. I accept them all. All right. So again, draft grade for those that did not do it earlier. I need to see your draft grade. Appreciate you, JG. JG just said, I'll subscribe. Man, y'all apologize to JG. JG are good people. JG good people, man. I told him to spell out the right spelling. Don't be giving us this. Brian Thompson, what's up, brother? I told him, look, spell the words right so we can read them. I got people here over 50 like me. We don't understand this new text lingo y'all got. Shut up. It's S-H-U-T space U-P. Shut up is not spelled S-H-U-D-D-D-U-P. I don't get it. Leon, what's up? Matt Thompson. I need your draft grade. If you didn't give me a draft grade, I'm saying to come in now. Matt Thompson, a B. Darryl Brownlee, my brother, a A-. Tommy, my brother, a B. A B there. Okay, I need to see it because we about to shut it off. Robert King, A-. Good job. Leon says a draft grade is a D. Everybody ain't no wrong or right. He says a D, it's a D for him. Leon, I'm gonna wait on you. Expound on your D. Tell me why it's a D. I ain't saying it because you're wrong. I'm just saying. Brian, you say a C. That's the first C that I've seen. Brian, expound on your C. Tell us why. Leon, I need you to tell me why you gave us a D. Because you're a Cowboy fan. Brian, you are a Cowboy fan. Want to know why you say C? Because y'all the only two that have given anything other than a B+, B-, or A- or A. Y'all are the first two. I want to know why you say it. And I'm not saying y'all wrong. I just want to know why y'all say that. Type that in for me. I want to hear all sides. Because I know it's some upset Cowboy fans. Okay, Leon says there's 2 players that won't be in rotation. Who are those 2? I ain't counting, Leon, I'm not counting really the part of the 5th round and then all of the 6th and 7th rounders, even though I think Phil Mafia will be a player running back from Clemson. I think he's going to be a factor. He said we need help right now. Yeah. Oak Cliff says a B-. Uh-huh. I understand what you're saying, Leo. And you're not the first I done heard that from. So I understand. Okay, Brian Thompson said it should have taken running back and wide receiver in earlier rounds. I agree with you, Brian, because even though we picked Revell with the 3rd pick, the cornerback, it was a perfect spot to pick Caleb Johnson, who was sitting right there in front of your face. You didn't have to trade up and get nothing. He was right there. And that would have really sent a serious message after you picked up Tyler Booker in the 1st round. I thought that you would have, that would have been a strong message if we would have got Caleb Johnson. Leon says Chevelle and the 2nd round DN. Leon, I'm about to push back on you on that DN. He's going to play. He will be in the rotation. He will be. He will be. That was a home run pick, in my view. Chevelle may not be there simply because, as you probably know, he's coming off of ACL. He had it in September, but they've already saying that he's going to be ready in July for everything. I don't believe that, but we'll see. I've had an ACL, and it took me 9 months. And I guess that's pretty good, though. It took me 9 months to get back. Most people say in football terms, it takes a whole year to really get your safe, to see where you really are. And then, of course, we've seen people who have ACLs and they rush them back, like Michael Gallup. We saw that. We saw Diggs come back, and Diggs was not the same as well. Diggs was not the same coming back. And so we got evidence of that, of people who struggled. But I believe he's the 2nd round DN. You count on him to play. But we're talking our DNs, Leon. I mean, really, who is the starter? It's really going to be based off what is the down and distance. We got a whole rotation of DN. I think we got about 5 or 6. So I think he's going to be one of those guys that you don't draft a guy that high and then don't think he ain't going to, be a part of the plan. He can play too. I mean, he's nasty. Great. If you don't believe it, watch his film. I'm quite sure you done seen some of his film. He's going to play. Chris says if coaches are home run, we really about to look like that last time we were 12. Like he said, 12-5 season, 111 has proved himself. We really don't need to get rid of Deuce Vaughn unless he can take and he allows us to bring Turpin to the receiver room. We need to get some value out of him. I don't think you're going to get no value out of him. His other real best spot is being a kick returner. Turpin got that locked up. Only way he becomes a kick returner unless Turpin get hurt. So those are his 2 things. Yes, he can catch the ball out the backfield. Yeah, you can line him up in the slot and give a linebacker real problems, from a matchup point. But that ain't going to be good enough. Yeah, and my partner here, my best friend who I went to war with in football, he remembers. What did he say? Oh, he said something about he said, I remember that day and things are better now. That was years ago when I heard it. He told me I healed quickly for sure. That was a sad day. Yeah, man, that was rough. I had my ACL injury in 1990. We're talking years and eons ago. But even during that time when it was, really at the where it was almost predicted back then that you would be out a whole year. I came back in 9 months. I came back and missed the first, I think I missed the first 5 games, Eddie, if I remember right. I think I came back week 6 and didn't, I ain't had no problems. No injuries, really didn't have any swelling. Really didn't have any swelling or anything. Was able to finish out the year, my senior year in high school, and do all that. But that was 1990. Today, it's much better now. As far as the surgery goes, advancements in how they do the surgery. The way I had my ACL, they don't do that anymore. I wish I could show y'all my knee. I got a little thing on the side where they put the microscope in on the side of the knee. Then I have a scar on the top of the knee. And that's how they went in. And then I have one right below the knee. So it was 3. That surgery required 3 cuts to do the knee. Now you just get one small incision. And one thing that took me a while, it's not that the knee is not fixed. The problem with your ACL is the muscles that's around it deteriorate when you have surgery like that. And that's why all the months and months, because you really got unbalanced legs. You know what I'm saying? You got unbalanced legs, and you have to get your whatever knee it is. You have to get that knee back somewhat looking like your opposite knee. You can't be unbalanced like that. You need all the muscles to protect the knee as well. So that's what the process is, But these guys got all these incredible doctors and training staffs and, all that type of stuff. That's why they say it about the cornerback, although he had it in September, they're fully expecting him to be ready for training camp at least in July. That's what Jared and them said. They're expecting him to be ready at least to go. Now, that don't mean he's going to play. He might even start out on the PUP list. Who knows? Well, he missed the first 4 games of the year. You don't want to rush people back, but the Cowboys have a history of rushing guys back. See what I'm saying? So that's what the problem is that hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully they let this guy heal, because we don't need no setbacks. That's why I'm worried about Overshown. Man, look. Let Overshown get right. He's too valuable. He's an impact player. We need him to be right before. Don't rush back. If Diggs ain't right, don't put him out there. I'm sorry. We just had to make a way out of no way. We go sign Gilmore. Shoot. We don't have time to bring them back out and then they have a setback and then they're out again. We just don't. We can't afford that. We don't need that. So that's injury. But overall, y'all, Deuce is a ball player, Chris. And I know you like him, but Deuce, I hate to say it. See, if Deuce was that big of a factor, they wouldn't be getting all these running backs. They wouldn't have got 2 running backs. I mean, you got to look at that. So they went and got 2 running backs. You know that they think there's something lacking. And Deuce Vaughn was Mike McCarthy's guy. Just because he's that don't mean he's Brian Schottenheimer's guy. Brian Schottenheimer got a total different defense. So your question ought to be, when it comes to Deuce Vaughn, can he really run between the tackles and keep himself balanced? And he's short and he's small. Look at the running backs who we just picked up. Big backs. Deuce ain't that. He fits for Mike McCarthy. And he really, you got to question that, because did he really see the field with Mike McCarthy? Deuce ain't going to make it, man. I don't think Deuce going to make it. Deuce ain't, he don't fit. He fits somewhere else. His style, his play, he fits. He's not He's not a Brian Schottenheimer type running back. And I think that's the reason why you go draft 2 guys and you go get them. And I really believe you're going to see him gone. I think it was a favor to his dad, to be honest. I think you got to throw that in too. It's a feel-good story. See, that's Jerry. We ain't got time for no feel-good stories no more. The Ezekiel Elliott sign and the Deuce Vaughn sign. Man, forget all that. We trying to win football games over here now. We ain't got time for the feel-good, clap your hands, shed a tear story. We ain't got time to be saying showing out, oh, that's so nice. Look at his daddy cry and look at Deuce Vaughn. Man, we ain't got time for that. This is not soap operas. That's reserved for the young and the restless and all the other soap operas. This is football. If your skill set don't fit this team, there are 31 other teams. I guarantee you Deuce Vaughn's skill set will fit in another place. Not saying Deuce is not a good football player. I think he is. But no. Not on this team. And they're showing you about the choices that they made. So all feel-good stories, the Deuce Vaughns, Ezekiel is already gone. Whoever, if you fit in there as one of these beautiful 30 for 30 stores off ESPN, man, if you don't get this stuff out of here now, man, we don't want that. What I think about Jerry Jones, Jerry is going to be Jerry, JG. One day Jerry has done, he has surrounded himself with some people that know ball, and he listens to them. Now, he may not do all what they say, but he does have some football people in the room. And I think he did listen to him as far as the draft goes. Now, you still got his son in there who I'm really worried about. That's the question you should ask, JG. What do I think about Stephen Jones? Now, that's different. That's what you should have said. But overall, I think that the Cowboys, at least from my view, Cowboys did a good job. If y'all talking about wide receiver, that wasn't even on there. Obviously, that was not on their wish list. It was on the fan base wish list. It was on the a lot of the 4-letter networks wish list. They said wide receiver too. The Cowboys, it looked like when even think about wide receiver. You had 9 picks. I mean, you didn't see a wide receiver until the draft was over in our UDAs. Just in case y'all don't know, UDA undrafted free agents. So right after the draft, the Cowboys signed a group of people and wide receivers. I think they got 2 of them. They wasn't the cheap rap. They weren't looking for nobody. They had plenty of opportunity. They weren't looking for that. Didn't want it. They already told us. Now, you may not like it, but they already told us. They believe in Mingo. They believe in Tobin. They've been telling us all since last year. We didn't just refuse to believe it, but they've been telling us. And they drafted like they believe in Mingo and Tobin. They don't believe in nothing else. They don't believe in nobody else. They ain't trying to go get it. So if you're looking for the wide receiver position too, yeah, you sad today. You're sad. You're sad. But it wasn't on their list. They wanted to get physical. I believe they had Ted McMillan on their list. But once he was gone, that was it. Everybody thought Matthew Golden was the pick. They could have picked him. But they had Tyler Booker higher on their board than Matthew Golden. We don't know where they really had Matthew Golden. We don't know. They brought all these guys in, I know. Everybody say, I got you, Brian. The story got to be told now because they banking on it. He said it in the press conference yesterday. He said it before they even said nothing. He said our 4th round pick was Jonathan Mingo. That's what he said. That's what Jerry said. and there's question marks. That's really what Brian is saying there. He named it being suspect. The same thing. Translation. You got question marks. Well, the question's gonna have to be answered because that's what they're gonna roll with. We will find out if Jonathan Mingo is all right. We're about to find out. He's gonna get the opportunity. Him and Tolbert, they are about to get the opportunity. That'll be a nice little battle. Who's gonna be wide receiver 2? We gonna find out. It's just that simple. I don't think they're going to get another receiver, free agent or whoever else you want to say. I don't think they are. You know, some folks, of course, want Keenan Allen. I don't think they're going to get him. Would I take it? Yeah, I'll take it. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I would love it. I don't think they're going to do it because I really believe you got to keep in mind one thing ain't changed about the Cowboys now. They cheap. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget it. They don't want to spend no money now, not no real money. They don't. Y'all know that. Stephen Jones ain't changed, okay? He's cheap. He's still like bottom of the barrel free agent. He still likes to shop in Walmart. He still like to shop at the Salvation Army. That's Stephen Jones though. He don't like showroom floor cars. He wants the Honda Accord. He wants used cars. They still like to go get guys that are injured and try to get the lightning in a bottle. They still love signing guys like that. They do. There ain't nothing changed now. The draft has always been something where they shine. Brighter than everything else. Now we done that. Now we're going back to, the free agent stuff and all that type of stuff. And this ain't what we do. We don't do that quite well. We're going back to the old records. They haven't changed their system, y'all. They have not changed their system. They're still Jerry and Steven. The draft has always been where they shine a little bit brighter than everywhere else. They've always been that way. They've always been that way. So drafting is fine. Hey, Coach Breedlove, he likes to run. I guess are you talking about Coach Breedlove? You talking about the tackle that they drafted in the 6th round who can play every position, they say? I believe that's what Coach Breedlove is talking about. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody wanted Ted McMillan. Carolina drafted higher than we were. Ted was never going, I said it before. Ted was not going to make it to us 12. I knew that. Yeah, but they, gold in the wide receiver. They wanted Booker, Coach. They wanted Booker. They could have got Golden. They wanted Booker. And they wanted to establish physicality. And they went and got a receiver. They ain't looking for nothing. They weren't looking for no wide receiver, to be honest with you. R says there's nothing wrong with trying to find good value, but signing players late for no good reason isn't working. You talk about free agency, R, and you're right, but we ain't talking free agency right now. Brian Thompson said, I wanted Henderson at running back. Yeah, somebody scooped him up before it was over with. That's all. I mean, and we got to accept it. We will never know. I'm gonna say it again because this will lead to a lot of frustration. We will never know what their board is. What the fan base and those of us who do all this draft and all that, and watch film and all that, it don't necessarily mean that's the Cowboys board. And I think that'll shut everything down. Their board totally different than ours. You may think Golden or Tet or whoever is top 1 or 2, and the Cowboys say no. On our board, they number 8. You may say, "Oh God, we need wide receiver," but on their board, they got Tyler Booker as the highest rated guy. See what I'm saying? So that what you think we need, obviously is not what the Cowboys think. So that's why I'm not really gonna get frustrated. Yeah. Appreciate you, Chris. Thank you so much. All right, look, I held y'all long enough. We walked through it. I would open up the phone lines, but I'm tired. And I know y'all gonna keep talking, and I'll be here till 10 o'clock, and I'm sleepy. I gotta be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning. At 6. I'm tired because I preached today at another church. I got a nap in, but I'm still tired. And it's 8:50, and y'all saying, "Well, that's early." Yeah, it's early for y'all young folks. But when you 52 years old, look, I used to stay up in the middle in the wee hours of the morning. But now, man, my body started shutting down at 8:30. I'm getting older. So what used to be is not no more. So my body started shutting down. I appreciate all of you guys, man. Thank you for hanging with the DC Universe for our show. Hope that y'all guys appreciated the work we had, the work we did. Hope you were entertained. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Put a lot of effort into it. It's rare when you get all that great amount of talent to come together, and it was pretty much all because everybody kind of follow each other. I mean, the list is long, and you're going to be seeing a whole lot more. Just in the combination of shows, guys just coming on each other's shows and all that type of stuff. So I appreciate all of you guys that rock with the Big Time Show, of course, hang with me and all that type of stuff, and getting those notifications, keeping it live when they come on live. You guys come on. I want to thank you guys so much. You don't have to do it. Certainly, you got a plethora of choices for who you can watch. So I appreciate anybody that subscribed to my channel. Say, "Hey, man, we like you. We're gonna watch it with you. We're gonna rock with you and roll." So that's a privilege to me because you don't have to do it, and I thank you guys for doing it. I can't tell you when I'm coming on. I know my days have been messed up. Most of you know that my son is playing AAU basketball, so during this summer, so his schedule kind of dictates my schedule. He practices at least twice a week. Then he has games during the week and all weekends. He got games on Saturdays and Sundays. So it's dominating my time, and it's interfering somewhat with my time doing my show. So I get on when I can, even if it's during the ride. A lot of you don't know, and I know it's too early for some of you, but I'll be shocked. 6 in the morning, somewhere in that area. I get on that early for the ride. That's kind of a different show. Not a different show, content, but I drive to work and do the show at the same time. Obviously, I'm not looking at y'all, but I just do what I'm doing like that. And so I have to squeeze it in when I can. So I can't really tell y'all exactly as of now. I used to have a set time for my shows, and everybody knew it. The usual time was Mondays at 7 o'clock, and then Saturdays at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It used to be, but I can't do that now. So my suggestion to all of you, if you haven't done it, is to go and turn on those live notifications. And that way, hopefully, whenever I come on, it'll pop up and you can come on and come hang with me. But that's the way that I got to do it for now. And I appreciate those that have stuck with me. So, in other words, I don't know when I'm coming on next. It'll be this week. I just don't know when. That's all I can tell you as of now. All right. So I hear you, Rob. You say I like the DC universe, but I wanted to hear more from you. Well, that's why I'm here tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's why I came on tonight to do it. A lot of people love to see the fights. You know what I'm saying? Boss and Henny. You know, Henny and landlord. I mean, Henny and landlord against boss. So, you know, we get the people what they want. That's what they want to see. So I stayed out of it on that. What up, Marlon? I stayed out of it. I was there. You know, I squeeze in a little something there. You know what it is. But that's why you have your own individual show, and you can come on here and say what you need to say, and you'll get the perspective. So it is what it is. I was just glad to be with my brothers in Stargazer, the female queen of the DC universe. I was just glad to be, you know, have my name called. They thought I was good enough to be on the show, and I appreciate them. You just calling my name and say, "Hey, big time, we want you on the show." I said, all right, cool. I'd be glad to do it. You know. Hey, Robert, I got you. Yeah. And even when I came in late, that's because I was doing things. I had a funeral. Most of you know I'm an assistant pastor. I had a funeral on Saturday. That's why I was extremely late. I had to do that. And then I was with my son for his practice. I missed that. That was the second night I came in late for that. I had to do that. So I got a lot of stuff going on right now. Outside of the big time show, and it's kind of dictating what I do. But I'm coming. I just don't know when. So just keep your live notifications on. Listen, I'm getting ready to go. Everybody hit that like button one more time for me. Everybody hit that like button one more time. Smash it. Give me about 10 more likes. That'll only take you about 2 seconds if you smash it. Let me see. I just did 5 in 2 seconds. So 4 seconds will give you 10 likes if you smash it real quick. Do that for me, and let's get out of here. Man, look, thank you guys for hanging with your boy. I appreciate all of y'all. All right. Again, Cowboys, I feel like after sleeping on it, I think they did very well in the draft. I think they did. Yeah, you could have got something else here and there, but the picks were extremely solid. You're not expecting a lot from the 6th, 7th rounder anyway. You're not, you know, a lot of those guys are going to be practice squad guys. Some of those guys, you know, might have a chance of making the team. You never know. But overall, I think they did pretty good. All right. We'll talk about the UDAs coming up next. We'll talk about some of these UDAs, and you know the Cowboys gonna go to the UFL. They got to go dip in there. That's what they always do. They gonna go find somebody from the UFL and go bring him in. It wouldn't be the Cowboys. They don't try to strike gold, and they have. Avante Turbin, Brandon Aubrey. I think we're very pleased with the, you know, the other league and bringing them in. So they got a reputation that they strike goals. They're gonna dip in there. I guarantee that it's gonna happen. So we still got something to talk about. It would be nice if they sign Gilmore. It would be very nice if they sign Stephon Gilmore again. If they trade for a Keenan Allen, for instance, you would be very happy. You would be. So we may still have some up our sleeve. It's not quite over yet, but it's Stephen Jones. So I believe stuff when I see it. Let me just put it that way. But good draft again for the Cowboys. We made our overall. The question is, despite some of your feelings, overall, did we make our football team better? The answer to that should be yes. That's why you drafted. Did you make your football team better through the draft? I believe the answer to that is a emphatic yes. Now, if you say it's a no, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it, and you can roll with it. My opinion is, I believe with all these B's and A's that I've seen, I believe everybody mostly would agree that Cowboys made their team better through the draft. And that is the whole goal of the draft, to make your football team better. And I think they did that. All right. I'm out of here. Thank y'all for hanging with me. We'll see you next time. And I think I had a great show tonight. That's what I feel about it. So since I had a great show tonight, I think I deserve a little smoke, you understand? Like Ric Flair. I'm out. This has been the one and the only, the Big Time Show.